This video is going to be the first part of a mini series that I'm going to create. Today I'm just going to focus on our surroundings, friends, enemies, family, especially enemies disguised as friends. In other videos I'll talk about other things that you can do, but this is a start. So focus on your surroundings, figure out who is good for you and who isn't. And that's a good start. That will start opening your eyes. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. This video and the series following this one are going to be very harsh, crude, blunt, open and honest. So if you're a snowflake, if you are weak-hearted, if you're an extreme lefty, now is the time to stop watching it, because this isn't for the faint-hearted. I'm going to talk about success that a lot of people keep asking me, oh, how do you become successful? What do you think we should do? How should we change our lives? I get tons of emails and comments and messages on Instagram asking me about this. The main thing is that there is no recipe or formula that I can give you that would appeal to everyone. We have our own challenges and difficulties that we go through and become the person who we want to be. There's so many videos online that you'll find where people are telling you, teaching you how to be successful. They're telling you how you can transform your life, but in reality, they're not telling you much. They're sugarcoating everything because all they want you to do is feel secure, feel happy, feel cuddled and loved by them, telling you everything is going to be great as long as you stay positive and love everyone around you, blah, blah, blah. In reality, they're trying to sell you their product. Either it's a course or a lesson or even views. They want to get tons of views on their YouTube channel, so they say things that appeal to the masses. So if you've come here and you have watched this video so far, let me break it to you. This is going to be harsh truth that the world doesn't talk about. But if you can watch these videos and take something away from it and accept it for the reality that it is, you will learn and you will improve. I'm not trying to gain followers or make money out of views or counts, because then I would be making very different types of videos. This video is probably going to get a lot of abuse rather than get any praise, because 97% of the world's population wants to be cuddled and told it's not your fault, everything is going to be okay. So videos like this, they're not for the weak and they're not for the faint-hearted, because I'm going to tell you how it is in the real world. First and the foremost thing is the acknowledgement of where you are. I'm going to use some politically incorrect statements and words. So if you're one of those people who questions the word normal when someone says, oh, that's not normal, and you turn around and say, what's normal? Then please go away, because this video is not for you. This is for the realists who want to change their lives. And unfortunately, life isn't a bed of roses. It's hard and it's tough. You just need to learn how to deal with it, and only then you will succeed. Once you've acknowledged and accepted that you are unhappy with where you are and that you want to improve, that's the first step towards a better future and success. So, how do we start? We're all a product of our upbringing, our surroundings, our education, but most of all, the people around us who influence us. These are our friends and family. Most people who are stuck in a miserable life and in a place where they're unhappy and they can't get out of, they're stuck there because they are scared of getting out. They're too comfortable. And most of all, the people around them keep telling them that they can't get out, one way or another. So you need to quickly and early on recognize who are your friends and who are your enemies. And I'm not saying this that your friends are your enemies, because a lot of the times your friends are your friends. They just don't know that they have a negative influence on you. And that's where they become your enemies. So if you tell your friend, I want to move to another country and start a new business from scratch, and I want to be a multimillionaire, because they cannot even imagine leaving their comfort, their home, their friends and family, going to another country and starting a new life, they will probably tell you, no, this is very risky, and I'm your friend, and I'm saying you shouldn't do this, or you should be careful, and blah, 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 blah. So these people are enemies disguised as friends, because they don't probably mean anything negative maliciously, but they are holding you back. The sooner you realize who your real friends are, the sooner you will succeed. It could be your family, and these people, some of them have a lot of power over us because we trust them, we believe them, we value their opinion, and sometimes we value our own opinion less than theirs, and we think, they know us too well, maybe they know us better than we know ourselves. Never the case. Only you know what you are capable of, and I have to say, anyone is capable of anything. I disagree with all this other bullshit that people say, oh, some people aren't, some people are. Yes, of course, I can't be a bodybuilder or a heavyweight champion because I am a small, tiny person. But that's you understanding your own limitations and inhibitions. Because in a way, I could if I worked really, really hard. But again, I go back to my other videos where I say, forget about your weaknesses, focus on your strengths, because if you're down here focusing on your weaknesses, you work really hard, you'll become a mediocre something. But if you're here and you start focusing on your strengths and you work hard, you'll become extraordinary. So do you want to go from nothing to a medium average person, or do you want to go from an average person to amazing? So that's your decision to make. I don't want to be a heavyweight champion because I know it will take a lot of effort and I won't become a heavyweight champion. But I can probably do something else because maybe my brain is very smart, or maybe I am very inventive, or maybe I'm very stylish, maybe I'm very creative, maybe I'm an artist. So focus on your strengths. Going back to my original point, you will have lots of people who will hold you back. And I'm not saying cut them out of your life and never see them again, but see them in small doses. See them in social environments and social situations when there is a buffer of other people around you. I have so many friends in my life. Some of them I keep in touch with and I see them once or twice a year. And there are others that I know that they were sincere, they were lovely, but they're not in my life anymore because all they brought me was misery and negativity. They say misery loves company, and it's very true, because people who are miserable, they will want others to be miserable around them because it makes them feel better. If you're born in a poor environment, in a council estate or a shanty town, or I don't know, a slum somewhere, all the people around you, the vast majority of them, will never imagine that they will be able to get out of it. And for them, the idea that you might leave and they may be left behind is scary. They will lose a friend, and it will also reinforce the fact that they didn't do anything with their life when someone they know has done something. And that's what you need to recognize. If people are telling you you can't do it, or if people are being too protective of you, are they really your friends? A friend will tell you don't jump off a cliff or don't jump off a bridge. But if you're determined to do it, they will stand there and hold your harness and make sure it's secure and let you do it. So figure out who your real friends are. People who tell you the truth, people who are honest and blunt. You might not like them straight away, but they're the ones who are really your friends because they actually care. If your friend is fat and they ask you, oh, do I look fat? And you don't tell them, you're not doing them a favor, because the rest of the world will see that they're fat and they will still look in the mirror and they'll know fat. So you think you're making them feel better. In reality, you're not, because you're prolonging their misery. Instead, you could help them work out. You could make a plan for them of how to lose weight. You could go to the gym with them. Be a real friend. Be honest, not cruel, but be honest and help them get through it. On the other hand, if they're happy being fat, and they won't ask you, am I fat? Because then they're okay being fat. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being fat, but it is heavy on your heart. It is bad for your organs. It brings diseases. And generally, the society doesn't appreciate or like people like that. We live in a very, very politically correct, bullshit, sugar-coated environment where no one actually tells the truth. Everyone's pretending to be this really friendly person who's all accepting, blah, 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 blah. It's all bullshit. We're human beings. We judge, we discriminate, we do this all in our heads all the time. Just because people have decided it's not good to verbalize it has not improved anything. It's actually made it worse. Because if you verbalize things, I'm not saying do them cruelly, but if you talk about it, someone can change your mind. But if you bury it, it's there and it's never going to change because no one is challenging it, not even yourself. So I have lots of issues because of my past, my experiences. I discriminate against certain people. I discriminate against certain values in life, behaviors. I judge people based on how they are dressed because we're all brainwashed by the society to do things a certain way. We look at someone, we automatically assume those things. So we have to make an effort and focus on how we can improve ourselves, but accept the realities of life. So if you don't accept the realities of life, you're just delusional and stupid because you're not going to get anywhere. I look at my YouTube stats and it's so obvious why 97% of the world's population isn't successful, 3% is. Because 3% of people watch my videos that have knowledge, that have experience, that are teaching something. 97% of them watch my car and my watch videos. If 97% of the population could afford the cars, the watches, and those things, then they wouldn't be special. They're just living in cuckoo land. They're dreaming and fantasizing about things they will never achieve, while the other 3% are focusing on how they will get there. So be one of those 3% if you want to be successful. Thanks for watching, and until the next one.